It's week 1 of the National Football League, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Jaguars and the Commanders, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
We are just inside the Beltway, 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Washington Commanders. Joining Charles Davis up in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it is time to begin another NFL season. Here we go. And it's a new era for Washington, making their debut under the Commanders' name. And, Charles, they're going to face a team in Jacksonville who is starting this year up with a new man in charge as well. So newness on both sides here in this one.
Yeah, and only 3 combined playoff appearances in the last 9 seasons for both of these teams. Washington certainly hoping their new Commanders nickname can bring newfound success after finishing 7-10 last year. They're 4th in 5 years, finishing with 7 wins. In Jacksonville, they're hoping a brand new coaching staff and a breath of fresh air can bring the most out of a young core after going 3-14 last season.
Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. From the 6. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by the NFL's Comeback Player of the Year in 2019, and that's Ryan Tannehill.
And one of the things that has really impressed me about Ryan Tannehill has been his perseverance. Early in his career, didn't have the success that he desired. Had some injuries that slowed his development, but he kept working at his craft, and now he's a guy that I think you can put a game on his shoulders.
Tannehill to throw on the first play. And his first look is incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Play action, it's Tannehill. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Now they're led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2018, Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And out across midfield down to the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Mayfield. Returning right back. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. Even unless it's training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early, but they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. So this, the 90th season of Washington football. Of course, here, the first season and first ever regular season game for the Washington Commanders. That name unveiled in a grand reveal back on February 2nd. The franchise opting to keep the burgundy and gold color scheme, adding the striking W logo on each side of the helmet and the single gold stripe running from front to back. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And from down in Miami, an update. It's the Dolphins that have jumped out to the early lead against the Patriots. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. That's Azeez Al-Shaair getting through for the sack that time.
What a quick start to the drive, but not for the team that really needed it. In only a few seconds, the opposing QB found himself on the turf, and the defense is celebrating 2nd and long.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. So 7 yards for the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Throwing, Mayfield. This one complete to the running back, Chase Edmonds. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. A first carry now for Chase Edmonds. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Back to Mixon on second down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Mixon again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. Mixon. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. They'll run with Mixon, and not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. Mixon unable to find the goal line on 4th down. And the Commander defense able to hold. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Tannehill on 1st down. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. McCaffrey on the toss right. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
On now to punt. Here's Bradley Pinion. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. On the return, Dortch. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter, as they've got it 2nd and 7. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And a gain of 4 gets them right to the midfield stripe. The Jaguars are on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Play fake. Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Here's Jack Fox on to punt. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. And he went in right there from the slot for the completion.
I love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Tannehill. That is caught. Josh Reynolds. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 39. A good pickup there at 22.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now it's Tannehill. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. A handoff running left, Mixon. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Mayfield. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he's going to be brought down. He needed to get to the 20, but he's a yard or 2 short. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Prater's kick is good, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
On 1st down, Tannehill. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. From just shy of midfield, Tannehill, and this is incomplete. Washington on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Tannehill. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. Flag down. Let's see if this will stand.
Pass interference. Defense.
So So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's Allen Robinson who caps things off with a touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
But they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Open man, complete downfield to Davis. He's got room at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
Let's face it, the focus is going to be at the end of this play on the big-time gain, right? He lined up on the left and worked his way all the way to the right before the perfect pass found him. But how about the offensive line and the protection to give him enough time to work his way all the way across the field?
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield now. Throw left side complete to Troutman. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now a throw here to his running back. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
On 2nd and inches, Mayfield. This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Now Mayfield. They still can't get him. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. From the gun, Mayfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Traquan Smith, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have regained the lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. That time, a 9-play drive, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tannehill airing one out for Crowder. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle, and he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Now here's Bradley Pinion now. Averaging 50 yards of boot so far as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Around the NFL, second quarter in Atlanta from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. An early lead in that game for the Falcons. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Mayfield's throw into the hands of Lockett. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A first down throw for Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davis. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Mayfield to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We continue on with the check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jags. And it was important for them to get the season off on the right foot. And they've done just that, thanks to a very solid outing by their passing offense thus far. Meanwhile, for Washington, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
So give them 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On second down, here's Mixon. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Mayfield looks to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Left side complete to Lockett. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Flush to his right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4.
You have to figure with this offense on 2nd and inches, they're in ideal shape, but then they end up getting an incompletion, a run stuffed on 3rd and inches, and you look around and say, how did it become 4th down?
So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Prater's kick is good, and now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Tannehill on first down. And that's caught by the tight end, Granson. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there.
Out of bounds at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
On second down, McCaffrey. And some room to work. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 49 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame. Well, Christian McCaffrey is as tough to bring down as they come at the running back position, and he proved it right there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. To throw is Tannehill. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Delay of game.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still 2nd down.
So the delay of game penalty backs him up. It's now 2nd and 7. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there. Good for a Washington first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Tannehill on 3rd down. It's complete to Robinson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Again, Tannehill. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. On 2nd and goal, Tannehill. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Kylan Granson from a yard out. And the Commanders have got it back to within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is down to 2. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. First down, Mayfield. This complete to Lockett. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mixing up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mayfield. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They go play action. Mayfield looking for Lockett, and he's got him working his way free across the middle. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Mayfield on play action. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Jabari Zuniga. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that could spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. To throw, Mayfield. This goes out wide for Mixon. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is Smith with a grab. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And again, it's Mayfield. Touchdown, Jaguars. Traquan Smith, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now Prater to add the PAT. And that makes it a 9-point game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Washington offense set to take over. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep. Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Slant pass, he's got Reynolds. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. Flash the stick skills on that run, but then stop shy of the 35. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Commanders in possession of the football, but they trail as we start this fourth quarter. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. On first down, it's Tannehill. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. To throw again on second down. Tannehill. This pass into the hands of Turner. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. To the air again, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And that'll move them back within 6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. To throw again on second down, Mayfield. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Play fake, Mayfield. And his throw here's incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to get this up to midfield. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. Oh, no, he lost the football. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Throwing, Mayfield. Finding Lockett for the catch here on the out route. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 14. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. From the red zone now, Mayfield. And it's caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll give it to Mixon, and he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, Mayfield. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Chase Edmonds from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding. Offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Tannehill. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds.
Complete to Josh Reynolds. A gain of 3 brings up 2nd down. At the
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tannehill. That's complete to Turner. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And 3rd and 8 now.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 8.
Here's Tannehill. Hard throw, incomplete. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. Airing one out for Crowder. And incomplete on the deep ball. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
Holding. Offense.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Complete to Joe Mixon. A gain of 18.
The passing game continues to be their friend, even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles. They're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw.
Pass thrown right back to Joe Mixon. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of the play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's Mayfield. And he's got it. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal.
Mixon will get it into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Prater on to add the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. That time a 6-play drive. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw pulled in by Robinson here. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Tannehill. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. 3rd and 2, Tannehill. Oh, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Here we go with McCaffrey. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. No reason not to try it there. They do indeed convert on 4th. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Tannehill getting this into the hands of Turner. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Tannehill on 3rd down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's now 4th down.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Tannehill. Past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's brought down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Cole Turner with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Jaguars again ready to take over on offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Mixon with a 1st down carry. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Once again, they run with Mixon. Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. there's a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Jags, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Washington, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.